Hey everybody, this is Charles Morgan from Comic Week. I wanted to share one of my picks of the week, one of the comics that we'll certainly talk about during our new comic book day video, but also a series that I think is very cool and something that you should check out if you haven't already. Uh, there's a lot of great comic book series that have been out in the last year, and some that I've really enjoyed reading. Many are, long-running series such as Eric Larson's Savage Dragon, but others are very recent vintage or comics that haven't been around for that long. Original content. One of them is from the creators of Jessica Jones, which is Brian Michael Bendis and Michael Gaydos, and that is called Pearl. I think this was one of the most successful of their Jinx World releases that came out in 2018 after Bendis went to DC Comics. What makes Pearl so interesting to me is that it is a noir story, sort of in the vein of Wong Kar-wai's Chungking Express. It's not dark or grim or dirty. It's more an elegant presentation of hyper-colored modern world, and using this world as a setting for a modern crime drama. Pearl Tanaka is an interesting character. She's a young woman who's come of age under the tutelage of a Yakuza family stationed in San Francisco. She did not know, or was purposefully unaware, I guess, cognitive dissonance, that her mother was an underworld crime boss. She just thought that she was a tattoo artist who worked for Yakuza honchos. But her entire life, she was reared around this underground crime family. When her mother is killed and her father is in prison, Pearl is put in a position of trying to figure out what she's going to do with her life. She wants to be an artist, but she has a history. When she was a teenager, she shot, possibly killed a man in a car when he was trying to come on to her. She was willing to go so far as to second base with him, but he wanted to take things farther, maybe even get her strung out on drugs, something she was acutely aware of at the time. Her dad, of course, furnished her with the pistol that she used. He gave it to her, saying that she's special and she has to defend ourselves because people want to ruin special, perfect canvases such as herself. Pearl's also beautiful. She's based off of an Instagram model that Michael Gaydos has depicted as this fully fleshed out figure, very thin, and she has an albino skin, and she has these elaborate tattoos on her body, one of which is done in this sort of invisible ink that only appears when she's emotionally riled up. This allows the reader to see visual cues that aren't necessarily spelled out in the dialogue bubbles. A facet of comic books that I really enjoy is when the illustrations tell their own story or embellish what the writer is trying to bring about. Rumor is that Pearl will be adapted to a film or perhaps a TV series. Brian Michael Bendis said as much in issue 10 that the rights to Pearl have been granted to a production company. Of course, comic book franchises are often put in this position where they've been optioned to do something, and those things never materialize. I do hope Pearl becomes a fully fleshed out live action film or a TV show, because I think the story that has been presented in the first 10 issues, and this is the 12-issue Maxi-Series, lend itself well to that, to the possibility of it being entertainment outside of the comic book venue. Of course, issue number 1 had multiple varieties. I have the foil cover, the regular cover. There was a blank cover, and I actually believe there might have been 2 varieties of that. And of course, there was a variant. As the series progressed, the title had numerous covers, most of which I felt were kind of uninspired until the issue hit the 5th issue, which I think really had a beautiful cover. And then as it progressed, as it got later into the series, the covers got a little bit more exciting. I admit early on I was kind of not sure what to think about the cover designs, but after issue 7, there was a variant, I believe, for every issue. Here's a beautiful variant from Tula Lotte, one of my favorite artists. And you can see the tattoo glowing there. Really beautiful. One of the best covers came out last month. There's another nice variant. And that was this beautiful cover. This is a standard cover that came out with Pearl in a kimono, her hand in bandages, and she's leaning over looking at a gun. This is a variant of an illustration that was actually in number 9. And then here is the variant for that issue, which we used when we posted Hubert Walker's Comic Week review. I've been reviewing the issue on Comic Week since issue 7, with the exception of the last issue which Hubert did. And I will be covering the comic review of issue number 11, which is due out on Wednesday. So that's Pearl. Most of the issues are easy to find, and you can get them for about cover price. I think that Tula Lotte cover may be more expensive now. I think issue 10 sold out in all of my local stores, so that may be tougher to get at issue price. And I think the first issue is selling for a premium. So whether you want to speculate on the comic and where it's going or not, it's still a beautiful comic, a great read, and I highly recommend you get it either in the floppy version or in the trade paperback, which is also nice, as in some original art that is not Charles Morgan. And I'll be back later with another of my top picks of the week. And of course, check in with us tomorrow, as we'll have a new giveaway comic for you. So lots of cool stuff on Comic Week. I hope you subscribe to the channel if you like our content, and I look forward to hearing your comments. Thanks.